Hello and welcome to One Word Podcast, the most, not Elliot again,
Really? What is wrong with
podcast of all time. So, if you didn't catch that, I'm back with Elliot because Elliot was whining about his first episode, saying we rigged the system against him.
It was stupid.
So, Elliot, what were your
I
words
don't
last
really know why
time?
that's funny.
What were your?
Sleep and I don't know, a word that isn't one word.
It was hometown, and
That's two words.
And it has been
Hometown,
confirmed.
where my home is in a town.
It's not 2 words; it's 1 word.
Really?
Well, okay. We're actually going to go on to our real words this time.
Oh, we aren't going to
Yeah.
talk about why those aren't words?
They totally are.
Are we gonna
Actually,
talk-
anyone listening to this, where are you on Twitter? What's your Twitter?
Me?
At Elliot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody
Go
knows
tell him that.
What's your Twitter?
hometown
Oh,
is
nobody knows.
my Twitter at NPCN Jacob. So go and tweet at Elliot and tell him, yeah, hometown's 1 word, you dingus.
Dingus isn't a word either.
No, it isn't. So, all right. Your 2 words this time. There's no complaining, even though you're probably going to complain anyways, that were randomly generated.
I would like to see this
R.
generation program.
Oh, what you after? Are dirty?
By the way, I teach computer science.
Yes.
So
Dirty.
I think I'm qualified to judge the randomness of your randomness.
I think you're too crazy.
Maybe.
So your words are dirty and dictator.
Okay. So, well, I mean, whatever. I'm gonna pick dictator
Why not dirty?
because if I focus on the word dirty dictator with the emphasis on dirty, then I would only be talking about Jacob. If I talk about a dirty dictator, I could be talking about Trump. I could be talking about Putin. I could be talking about Hillary Clinton. All of these people
could be talking
are
about
dirty
yourself.
dictators. Well, if I were a dictator, I would get to choose the words. So, no, that is not how it
All right,
works.
fine. Attempted
And didn't
dictator.
you fail 8th grade English?
Hey,
I
hey
don't
now.
really understand how you think you're qualified to tell everybody what words
Hey,
are.
I got a D.
Yeah. Wow. And
That's
this is
passing
how-
in my book.
And this is how you're sort of like Trump. You sort of, I'm gonna just.
I have the
obfuscate
best
reality.
words.
No, you don't have the best words. Okay.
Yes, I do. And
You
they're
need to stuff
dirty
that
and
box full of better words.
All right, I'm sorry. We're going to have to change the name of this podcast to One Argument Podcast.
No argument. Everyone agrees with me.
Okay, audience, do you agree with him?
Yes, they do. That's why they're listening. They're like, this guy's on again. He's awesome.
All right, so
Because
Elliot,
otherwise, why would they do it?
dictator.
So either they're not listening and you fail, or they are listening.
Remember,
and you
can't-
also fail.
Remember, Elliot, you can't have dictator without tater.
True. So, that is a good point. So if we're talking about like French fries, we have
Those are 2 words, Elliot.
right. Sometimes I use more syllables than just one. That's really hard for someone who failed 8th grade English. I don't know if we have anybody who can verify that information here, but I think we could probably find someone.
Maybe.
Maybe a hand.
Do I have to post my record? Yes, you do.
So, I'm against regulation. And I think I should be made dictator of potato policy in the U.S.
Potato.
I should get to choose what's called a French fry and what's not. Now, to be clear, French fries are not those big fat things that happen to be also deep fried.
Yo, those
They
are
need to
potato
be-
wedges.
Correct. They can never be called fries. There's no such thing as fat fries. That's like having chicken pizza. These are things that don't exist. They're fiction.
What about waffle fries?
No, also not fries.
All right, sounds like you
As the
are
dictator,
a dictator.
it is
yeah.
very clear what these things would be, and I would enforce those rules.
Okay, how would you?
And I would
enforce them?
imprison people who use it wrongly.
So
I'm a
you're
dictator.
Okay, makes sense.
How many F-bombs can I drop?
Are you the dictator of censorship?
Because
no.
that needs to be like, I would, effing put them in prison. It doesn't have the same effect when I don't. Like,
Dictator Christensen, huh? Is that your title?
no, I would come up with something better.
Like what?
And anybody who would say it.
The most
I would-
fry guy out there?
I think I would just like to be supreme leader.
Supreme Leader Elliot or Supreme Leader
Supreme Leader. And if you have if you're gonna waffle like that with your waffle fries, I would dump your ass in prison.
So you are the Kim Jong Un of
And you
French
know what?
fries.
Like, so people who perform mouth graffiti on woodwork, like, you should just. So you know how like we talk about how people shouldn't have guns. There's certain people who shouldn't have guns because of the mental problems. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's you.
I don't think I'm the one considered crazy in this podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Dictator.
Well, the thing is,
I think you're dirty.
Well. So the other reason I didn't pick dirty is because I didn't know if I could be dirty on this podcast.
You can be as dirty as you'd like to.
Because as we referred to earlier, I hate you because I love you.
I'm kind of getting creeped out. That's one dictator I don't
Well,
want.
you picked dirty, and it's purely random.
It totally was.
Yeah, I'd like you to disclose this algorithm to the world because I don't believe it. This is as fictional as...
I'm not going to release my records until all the other podcasts do.
Right?
Is Trump a dictator?
All the other word podcasts release their records. Hypocrite. Oh, sorry, that has multiple syllables.
All right, so dictator. Who in your life is a dictator?
Well, like, remember when you were talking about dictators to me? And so I would say anybody,
I remember like 3 minutes ago, yes.
Yeah, and we were talking about we had these memories of these overlords in our lives, and I think you were specifically tuned in to your 8th grade teacher, and you referred to them all as a group of dictators. An axis of evil, I think, is actually what you added in there. And I know some of these people; they're very kind and open-minded.
You are putting words in my mouth like a dictator would.
Really?
Yep.
What if I was dirty? What would I put in your mouth?
No comment.
The swastika-covered Washington Monument?
Yeah. Here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
the crazy one. You talked about swastika-covered Washington monuments.
Here's the thing.
You're not even going to be able to play this in most countries because they're going to ban you because you're crazy. And
Here's the thing,
You're
Elliot.
a dictator. You pick the words.
I'm not even saying anything right now.
Stupid. This is stupid.
You say this is stupid. You said it in the last podcast.
Because it was stupid.
Innumerable
More
amount
stupid
of
this time.
times.
It's more stupid.
Here's the thing. All my other podcast episodes have been great.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
So I'm beginning to think it's not the podcast that's
talking
stupid.
about swastikas and biting your home. I don't know. That sounds really awesome. Can I have that episode on? Can we put a clip in of you disclosing to the world your fetish with eating things that aren't supposed to be eaten?
I have a serious question for you.
Yeah.
What has gone so wrong in your life that has made you that?
Well,
Did your parents never hug you as a child?
so the truth of the matter is,
Did the priest touch you?
we have regulations against that, so no.
We didn't then.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we have regulations, so therefore it doesn't happen.
From the dictators.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
it's like we have.
You're avoiding the question.
How did I end up like this?
Yes.
How did I end up calling things stupid that are stupid? Well, my 8th grade teachers taught me to be honest and to fight for what's right. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to shut this thing down.
I think you've had a little too much coffee.
No, actually, I didn't have very much. I had
Oh, so you're suffering from withdrawal. That's why you're so confrontational.
yeah. Oh, thanks, politician. Either answer or you would nail me.
Yep, you're a drug addict.
Yes.
I actually like Elliot, but as soon as the mic's in front of him, he turns into this.
You know what? And if you're going to be on camera, you should fix your hair. Nobody wants to see that.
Wow.
Is this on video?
Nope.
Okay, good.
You'd scare away everyone.
Well, good, because then I would look directly into the camera and I'd be like, I am a dirty dictator. You have reached 1-800-DICTATE. I am going to dictate your dirt. Those are stupid words. I can't even make it funny.
I
Can't make
don't
it
think
serious.
it's the
Do we want to
words
talk about dictators?
nor the-
do we want to talk about how Gary Johnson was unfairly treated by asking, what foreign dictator do you most admire? Oh, really? So who am I supposed to name here?
I'm clearly Kim Jong-un. He knows.
I'm supposed to trap myself by showing favoritism to a certain world leader, most of whom have their own baggage attached. That's a trick question.
He should have said himself.
That's a trick question. He's not a foreign leader. And
He's a foreign leader
and when
to
he
everyone
actually
else.
had someone who was a past president and he couldn't come up with the name on the spot, he got vilified.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not right.
All right, you go.
So the fascist dictators that own our country don't let people who are on all 50 ballots in every state in the country into the debates. I think that's wrong.
All right, Elliot, why don't you go back to your hometown, go to sleep, and dream your dirty dreams about your dictators?
I do every night. So you asked me how I ended up the way that I am. This is what I do. I live in my hometown because it's my hometown. It's 2 words. Hometown.
All right,
Title town.
Elliot, there are only
Hometown.
a limited number of minutes that I can.
I don't
I
care.
can.
You're gonna
deal
cut.
with
You're gonna
doing
cut
this.
everything I say out to make you sound like you're awesome.
Absolutely.
You're probably gonna twist that around. So I'm saying, you know what, Jacob, you're awesome.
Yeah. See, thank you for making my job easier.
You're such a beautiful man. So well educated.
That's kind of creepy.
Kind of.
All right, there are only so many minutes I can stand to put up with this, so
You made me do this again.
I'm going to end this episode.
You threatened me with your editing. Yeah, if that doesn't make the cut, you'll know.
All right,
People need to know about your dictatorship.
my podcast, my rules.
Yeah.
All right,
I think this is stupid. I think you need to have more words. I think you need to let the listeners pick the words. I think that this needs to change. This is not working for me, this random.
If you guys listening to this podcast have no idea what's going on right now,
Everyone
join the
agrees
club.
with me.
But you guys should
I'm going to
check out-
forward all of the agreeing tweets and emails to you. You're going to see.
You should check out the first.
Or if I
episode.
don't get any, I think that's an obvious statement that nobody listens to this because it's stupid.
I can't win.
No, you can't. You're going to lose either way.
All right, if you guys haven't listened to the first podcast I did with Elliot, yes, it was on sleep. Good job, Elliot. Then you guys should check that out, www.onewordpodcast.com. And you can find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Are
and
you
should,
still talking?
And you should tweet mean things to @Elliot.
They do anyway because they think it's somebody else.
All right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye.
Goodbye, Jacob.
Goodbye, Elliot.
Goodbye, dirty dictator, Jacob.
Man, you're crazy.
Yeah, you love it.